Coming up today, we got monkeys playing Beat Saber. Could the original Quest be worth $600,000? This celebrity's Quest breaks and she goes public with it. 2 VR Kickstarters announced going live this month. You need to check out. We will get a first look at a new and upcoming Quest game under development right now, along with checking out a few others that just launched and a few coming soon into the Oculus App Store. All that and more coming up on What's going on, guys? Derek here from VR Dynamite, our brand new YouTube channel. And if you're new here, there's a hidden Dynamite emoji in every episode. See this emoji and comment in the timestamp below and tell me which game you currently don't own but wish you did for your chance to win that game. Now, let's get into today's episode. Okay, coming up, story number 1, we got Neuralink. Now, if you haven't heard of it, this is an Elon Musk started company that connects your brain to a computer. And what you can do is you can control stuff with your thoughts. Now, this is super cool because for the first time ever, we actually got to see it working on one of Elon Musk's famous, until recently unseen monkeys. And boy, were we in for a treat. Elon showed us this monkey playing a game of Pong flawlessly, almost like he wasn't even trying, while attached to a feeding tube. But it was almost too good. There was moments where you could see the monkey wasn't even looking at the screen and he was still smoking the computer. Now, always be suspicious of what you see on the internet because for all we know, this could just be regular footage of Pong and nobody's really questioning it. We could easily put in Beat Saber and watch this monkey kick butt. Our next story today, it's kind of a juicy one. It's kind of funny. It is a celebrity moment with the Oculus Quest, which we all love to see. So last week it was reported Jimmy Fallon has a Quest in his Twitch profile photo, and today we're getting Tiffany Haddish, star of Bad Trip, just trending now on Netflix. Well, she went to Instagram Live to vent about her broken Elite head strap. Now this is crazy. If the Oculus Quest hasn't gone mainstream yet with this kind of stuff going on, I don't know what it's gonna take. Now, the crazy thing is that Facebook clearly knows there's a problem with the plastic molds and the plastic they're using. It's brittle. It cracks eventually. It's happened so many times on Reddit. We're constantly seeing broken head straps. It's amazing they wouldn't retool it or take it off the market altogether because this is just bad publicity. What's even crazier is there's people that still keep buying them. Myself, I use the DAS, Deluxe Audio Strap, and that thing's been flawless. I've used it for 2 systems now, and I can only hope that every system in the future, they will continue developing adapters so I can just keep using the thing. There's nothing more convenient than having the headphones on the head strap. Could your original Quest one day be worth
$660,000.
Now, what brings this up is an original game of Super Mario Brothers just sold at auction for $660,000. The previous one sold for $150,000, and in between there was one at auction that went for $350,000, but that had some sort of obscure packaging to it that made it very rare. $660,000? That makes me wonder, one day, because the Oculus Quest is going to be the first mainstream VR headset, will that premium, still in its packaging, Oculus Quest 1 be worth a fortune one day? Imagine in the future when it's all Ready Player One. Now, the original Quest sold pretty well, but it didn't sell that well. It's going to be harder and harder to find these in the future, especially sealed in the box. So should I get one and just hold on to it? I had 2 originally and I sold them, and now I'm regretting it a little bit. I should have maybe just kept one just to have around. So if you're a collector and if you think these vintage tech one day will go skyrocket in price, kind of like an Apple One or an Apple II, or even, you know what, the original iPhone sealed in a box now is starting to be worth something at auction. Is it worth keeping? Are you gonna keep yours forever? Now, I like to resell my stuff. I find it's very good. It's better for the environment to resell and let somebody use it for another year or 2 or hold on to it, and I got rid of both of mine. But I'm thinking I gotta pick one up now because I'm assuming they're pretty cheap and just keep it around. What do you think? What are you gonna do? All right, we got 2 Kickstarters to talk about today. Now, full disclosure, always when I'm talking about Kickstarter, I want you to know that nothing is ever guaranteed on Kickstarter, okay? You're giving money to a company to help fulfill their dream, okay? You're not buying a product. So there's a slight, sometimes good chance you may never actually get that product in your hands, okay? The company could just run away with your money. But we got two cool ones worth checking out right now. The first one I want to talk about is a company called Dropkey. Now, they've been working on this thing for over 5 years. I've been tracking it. As a businessman myself, I'm not too sure about the founder yet. I have to see what their Kickstarter pitch page will look like. But on April 20th, they're dropping the Dropkey. Now, this is a mobile green screen studio that you can inflate anywhere and then compresses down into the size of a duffel bag so you can easily store it, fly with it, or put it anywhere you need when you're not using it. Not only that, but this green screen has built-in lighting and it looks super cool. I had this idea a while ago myself when I was looking at a bouncy castle, thinking, man, if we could just make that green, we could have a lot of fun in a green screen bouncy castle. And this guy went out and he made it a reality. Now, keep in mind, I've heard that this thing starts April 20th, but they're expecting it to ship around October. So there's still a ways away for them to develop this thing. And we all know, even if Facebook themselves, as we just talked about, is having a hard time with manufacturing, who knows when it can come. Earlier, there was a VR Kickstarter for VR ears, which was a headset that could clip onto your original Oculus head strap. Everyone who backed that, they're still waiting for it. And now we're well into the Oculus 2, and this came out for the Oculus 1. So you gotta understand, when you're investing in these things, don't hold your breath sometimes. Invest because you believe in the company, not because you so much want that product, especially not if you want that product right away. This next Kickstarter comes from Yaw. Now, you may be familiar with them because over a year ago, and throughout the past year, they've been really heavily advertising their Yaw simulator. It comes in this nice little half bubble, and you can build it out to be a really cool VR simulation chair. Now, it looks amazing for roller coasters. I actually loved the form factor of this, and I loved how it all could kind of be disassembled and put into itself for storage. But they've radically redesigned it. The Yaw 2, this looks cool. It looks almost like a souped up gaming chair. Maybe you could say the ultimate gaming chair, because it moves on all axes to give you full immersion in any kind of racing, roller coaster, or flight simulator. Yes, I've seen it work for the Quest before. Not natively, you may need a PC to make this work. But the question is, would you use this as an office chair when you're not using it for gaming? Now, I have to see this form factor, I think, in person, because it might be way too big for my office here. But it would be cool. I'm looking at it, and we don't know quite what the price is going to be yet for the Kickstarter. But the first one started at around $1,500, which I thought was pretty good. So we'll have to wait and see exactly how much this is going to cost. But if it's around that same kind of price point, it's going to be very tempting. I might have to get one. All right, so the Oculus App Lab, it's blowing up. We're seeing hundreds of submissions being added to be included under review, and Oculus themselves has said it can take up to 4 weeks now for an app to be reviewed. They're doing everything they can to get these apps out live into the store. Not only that, their review process is very, very basic. It's very easy to get anything you want added in the App Lab. For example, there's a new game in there and it's just a cube. It's called the Cube Experience, and you're just looking at a cube and it's your hands, and that's it. You can see the cube, you can see your hands, and that's it. So now we know more than ever that Oculus is doing everything they can to get all the developers in the App Lab. But once you're in there as a developer, it's your duty to really advertise this game. I don't think we're ever gonna see App Lab games ever be mentioned in the official store. So you really have to have some marketing chop to get that link out there. Or, you know, this could be good for some of those viral games, kind of like Gorilla Tag, which has just exploded thanks to App Lab and SideQuest. So what games are you playing in App Lab? What little hidden gem have you found? Tell us below, leave a link to it, because, you know, that's the only way we're gonna find it. This week, we get an exclusive first look at a brand new game called Invoiters. This is an arcade style game heading to the Oculus Quest 2 sooner than later, hopefully. And it's a tower defense arcade first person shooter, which we don't have too much of in the store, so it's gonna be kind of cool to see this kind of mechanic come there. It looks really polished already. The year is 4527. Humanity conquers the stars. The science allowed us to exploit the mysterious black matter, also known as void. Thanks to the energy, man developed interdimensional pistols, weapons, spaceships, holocoms, and even vacuums. Unfortunately, this energy, overexploited by our industry, shows signs of instability lately. The portals seem to operate on their own without request, and shadows are coming out of the void. Well, you're an intergalactic prisoner sent on the front line on the battlefield to push them back. Let's say it's your way of paying off your debt. Good luck, soldier. Over the weekend, we saw 2 brand new games launch in the App Store. I'm wondering, did you pick up any of these? The first one, Swarm. Swarm is a fast-paced, arcade-style grapple shooter with quick sessions, bright, colorful world, and globally competitive leaderboards that will take you back to the glory days of arcade games. Armed with just a grappling hook and your handy pistols, you'll be plunged into a flow state as you grapple, shoot, and battle your way to the heart of the swarm before it's too late. So let's talk about Swarm. They are one of the few companies that actually had a decent kind of buzz around this game. They had a decent little marketing campaign that involved heavily including influencers. So if you saw this game hyped up by an influencer, I'm not saying they're lying at all. I'm saying just be skeptical. They didn't get paid from what I've heard, but they did get the game for free. Some of these guys were rocking Swarm merchandise already on launch day, hyping it up. So if a game just launches and the guy's wearing the shirt and he got the game for free and he's got a friendship with the developing company, he's gonna say a bunch of nice stuff. I always think that when you're not personally paying for a game, money is not leaving your wallet, you are obviously going to be biased. So keep that in mind. I have seen the score start to drop. Some truth is kind of coming out, but I would still say it sounds like a great game from what I've heard from the everyday gamer. All right, the next game that launched is called Traffic Jams. This one looks adorable. In this wacky VR game, control traffic your way in the face of outrageous events. Flagrant road rage and up to 4 non-VR friends in party mode. Starting out on a quiet corner in a small town, job offers start pouring in from around the globe. Guide rude pedestrians, impatient drivers, and the occasional meteorite along before the road rage strikes. Starting out on a quiet corner in a small town, job offers start pouring in from around the globe. Sound easy? Think again. This wacky VR game is full of monsters, unnatural disasters, and something called cheese bowling. Now, what makes this game cool, and there's only a handful of other ones in the App Store that do this, you can play with up to 4 friends on any browser-based device. So this could be your phone, laptops, tablets, whatever you want. One person puts on the VR headset, while 4 of your friends can control the chaos. They can send in meteorites, Godzilla, they can send more people your way, more cars your way. Everyone can play, making this a really cool party game. So on the surface, it may seem like maybe half an hour of fun, but you can bust this out with your friends at a party and you can all play and jump in and have a good time, which adds tons of replayability to this game. All right, the Oculus Store dropped 2 brand new games in the coming soon section, and I'm pretty excited for both of these. The first one, Vzfit. Now this has been around on SideQuest for a long time, which is a good thing because that means they've got lots of user feedback, lots of input, and they've really been ironing out any sort of wrinkles in this game. With Vzfit, you can ride every corner of the world while getting a full-body cardio workout. From the snow-capped Italian Alps to the sun-kissed coasts of Hawaii, experience our planet's beauty with over 10 million miles of road through Google Street View. You'll be able to create your own rides and share them with the community. Earn coins while riding to customize your rider. This also gives you the ability to ride with a friend or training partner wherever they are in the world. What's really cool is this game is also going to offer free profiles that allow you or any of your friends or guests to track their own state of progress on one Oculus Quest headset. Optionally, you can use your bike or elliptical with the addition of a cadence sensor. This game is going to allow you to start your journey with a free 7-day premium trial to begin to ride around the world. As we're seeing a common trend with these fitness apps, you're going to be expected to pay $9.99 a month thereafter, but you can cancel anytime. The next coming soon game I am looking so forward to, this game looks so cool and completely unique, is called Demeo. RPG fans, it's time to unite and add Demeo to your wish list. Dark forces have taken over the underworld in Resolution Games' upcoming RPG dungeon crawler, Demeo. And it's a world you're not likely to survive alone. Terrors and treasures await you as you and your band of warriors come together for a virtual game night to brave the corrupted catacombs of Demeo and delve into the most immersive role-playing experience available in VR. Within the fantasy roguelike game of Demeo, up to 4 players assume the role of eager-eyed hunter, mystical sorcerer, deadly assassin, or protective guardian. But choose your champion wisely. In this cooperative virtual tabletop adventure, players must work together to vanquish the unholy armies of the mad elven king and set him free, or die trying. The ultimate outcome depends on your choice and whether the die is rolled in your favor. Honestly, this is total Dungeons and Dragons vibes, and it actually puts you in the role-playing game, which is really cool to see a dice game type mechanic come to the Oculus Store, so we gotta check this one out once it launches. Well, there you go, Demolition Crew. Thanks for tuning in today. I'm happy you're here. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Click the bell to get more notifications. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and as always, you can check out more videos right here next. Take care.
Dynamite.